All right, here with the reaction, I'm bringing now Curtis Ellis, current policy director with America First. Curtis, good to see you. I know you just heard Patrick's report there from Beijing. A couple of things to unpack with that, one of them being the consulate shutting down in Chengdu, and that being chosen. Is this a back and forth here with the United States and with D.C. and with Beijing?
What we have to remember is why we're in this situation. We're in this situation because we've had a terribly imbalanced, dysfunctional relationship with Communist China now for going on 40 years. We treated them as a developing country. They're now the second largest country in the world. They have incredible tariffs against American imports, and we're giving them free access to the American market. So they've gotten rich by taking our industries, taking our jobs. We were promised, the American people were promised, that we would be opening up a huge market for American-made goods in China, but that hasn't happened. Instead, everything that used to be made in America is now made in China. We saw that during the pandemic. We couldn't even make the Q-tips we needed to test for coronavirus, and they were made in China. And the tests were made in China. And the pharmaceuticals we need to treat our disease are made in China. That's not the way it used to be. For the younger members of your viewing audience, that's not how it used to be. We used to make everything that we bought and everything we needed for our way of life here in America. So we need to bring our supply chains back from China, bring our factories back, so we're not dependent on this hostile regime. And that would end this problem right now. We can let China be China. If the Communist Party, if the people of China want a communist government, they're entitled to have one. But we don't need one here. And essentially, we're having a communist economy in America because everything that we buy and sell and trade and deal with here is really based on the Chinese model, because they are dictating the wage rates in America. They're dictating the production rates of the cost for producers, and that's really not a healthy place to be.
One of the interesting things I thought about Patrick's reporting, he said when he spoke to people in regards to that consulate being closed down in Chengdu, that there were mixed emotions about it. There were people out there waving Chinese flags, but then there are others that weren't for it, feeling, as many Americans do, that the unrest between these two powerful countries is not a good thing. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I'd say the great mass of the Chinese people want peace and friendship with the United States, just as the American people want peace and friendship with China. We just don't want to be taken advantage of by the Chinese Communist Party, which is exactly what's been happening. And I'm afraid that a lot of the foreign policy experts in America are so enamored with this policy that they crafted 40 years ago, which has been an abject failure, that they're not willing to renounce it and say we have to do something different. Nobody wants nobody wants war. Let's put it that way. Nobody wants conflict, but we want to have a fair and balanced relationship. And you have to remember that the Chinese people, and some of them are very proud, and that's good. All of them are very proud. And there's a nationalistic streak, a very feeling of superiority, cultural superiority, that is being exploited by the Communist Party. And they feel that their rightful place is to rule the world. And they're entitled to that feeling, but they're not entitled to carry it out at the expense of the American people.
Yeah, and again, that consulate closed down Chengdu. Live report earlier from Beijing. Curtis Ellis weighing in. Curtis, thank you so much. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.